Keep your secrets then, champ. We will get to let's get to our preview. Footy and Frothies preview kicks off with Thursday night football. The clash between the Gold Coast Titans and the West Tigers at Seabus. Izako comes into play his first game at fullback for Campbell. We get Luke Thompson back for COVID, Sammy. So that worked out all right in the back line there. Tigers, after last week, they rush out and bring back Mamalo, Roberts, and Tuolangi. All the stars are back, which moves Garner and Seyfarth to the bench. Musgrove starts at prop. Ollie, have at it.
Well, first of all, I actually don't like Jermaine Asako playing at fullback. I thought he was relatively poor when he played at fullback at the Broncos. I didn't really like his positioning, and he was prone to a few drop balls as well. I just don't really like him as a fullback. I think he adds value in the centres or on the wing, but I do not see him as a fullback, and especially sort of this is coming at the detriment of Jaden Campbell, someone who the Titans have put all their eggs in his basket, moved AJ to the halves when AJ was a state of origin fullback there for a little while. I'm not a huge fan of it. And I've been saying all week that I think the Tigers are going to win, and I'm honestly very scared that they will, but I've got to sort of vote with my head here, I guess you could say, and I'm going to tip the Titans 1-12, though. I don't think it'll be too dissimilar a game as the Tigers had against the Warriors. And my first try scorer, why not Corey Thompson, just to rub it in a little bit to Tigers fans. And my man of the match, I'm going to go with. So Daggy can still be a little bit happy, Mr. Fodawaker, Mr. Mo Fodawaker.
You're going to monster these geeks tomorrow night. But tomorrow night's the night that David Fafita wakes up. He would have been dreaming about this game all season because he's done nothing to date. Now he gets to feast on some losers out wide. He'll probably score, well, I'm tipping him first try. He'll probably score 3 or 4. As a result, we'll probably give him man of the match. Even though I'm tipping Mo's fantastic early season form to continue. Titans 13 plus as a result, just because I don't know how the Tigers are going to score more than 12. So if anyone can point that out to me, happy to hear it. But until I see it, I won't be believing it.
Well, one reason, the Titans suck defensively.
Almost Mamalo. That's about it. And maybe Gildart might do something.
Yeah, they do get Gildart running at some of those edges. Gump?
I'm going to pick the Titans 13 plus, but it could be 1-12 with the way the Titans, if they play for 80 minutes, they'll win by 40. If they play for 80 minutes, it depends on the Titans how much they want to win this game by. I think the Tigers are treading water until they change Madge or change something. I think it's just a big tread water for them. I hope I'm wrong. I hope they go out and they have a go, but the Titans are a team that's got plenty of points in them. And if they defend reasonably, then it should be a pretty comfortable win, I would have thought, for the Titans. I'll back Brian Kelly to score the first try, although because I'm penning for Feeder. I think he'll probably, I agree with Daggy, he probably scores 3 or 4, but I'm penning him because at the start of the year, I said he'd have a big year, but in 3 weeks, he's done nothing. So I'll go for Kelly first try, and I'll go Brimson man of the match.
They didn't drop Campbell for Asako. Campbell's out with
injury,
rib injury. So
that was
rib injury.
Why have I not heard about this?
Because they haven't canned Campbell. Asako will more than likely go back to the wing when Campbell does come back. Because they're saying 1 to 2 weeks for Campbell with bruising on the ribs. Yeah. But
because what I saw at first, the Titans put out a post or something. Maybe I didn't read the description right, but it said Asako comes in for Campbell, but it didn't say anything about injury. So that's a lesson to everyone. Read the descriptions for everything. That's my pet peeve.
You don't say Mr. Social Media anyway.
Anyway, sorry, Barney.
On paper, there's a lot of positions in this field that they match up pretty well against each other, realistically. I can see some tough battles in the centres and the wingers, both having good moments and bad moments. Laurie against Asako is not the worst matchup in the world. But then you come down into the front row and you got Mo Fodawaker up against James Tarmo, Tino up against Joe Offahengawi, and the halves stands out like a sore thumb as well. So just everything leads me to the Titans. I was originally going to go 13 plus, but I think they're there's too many mistakes in both of these teams for either one to get too far away from each other, I think. So I'll stick with the Titans 1-12. I'm going with Fafita as well for the first try scorer. Surely they have to get him a bit more involved and make him do some work, especially close to the line.
Well, if it's not this week, when is it going to happen? It's not going to happen against Penrith, is it?
And Sexton, I think, has probably been close to their best player all year, so we'll go with him for man of the match.
Friday night kicks off with the Sharks in Newcastle.
Oh, sorry, I changed that, actually. It was Tino on the back of his performance last week. If he puts anything up like that against the Tigers team, he'll absolutely tear the middle apart in this game. So,
how good are their forwards going, apart from one? Bagging them. The rest of the forwards are going
apart
on.
from V1.
Yeah, from
the $1 million one.
There's another lesson for coaches.